Holy moly, another bank run. In less than 6 months, there's been four bank runs in China alone, guys. Now, why is that important if we live in America or Great Britain, etc.? Why is that important? Because all these stinky bankers have subscribed to the same fractional reserve lending. They're taking the same exact prescription pill. And this prescription pill has major side effects. One of the side effects is that it impoverishes the working class, the middle class, and it floats the riches of the working class the up the river to the elites. So I'm happy to bring to you guys, not that I'm happy for the people in China, but just to bring you this information that's not in the public domain, in a sense, that another bank run has happened in China. Now, this time, it's their fourth largest bank, guys, in China, the fourth largest bank. Imagine in America, our second or third or fourth largest bank bellied up. What would happen? The chaos, okay? So in China, we had three bank failures, but they were very, very silent. It happened in the back scene. The government nationalized the banks, etc. But the fourth bank run was very, very public, and it happened to be the fourth largest bank in China. And what happened is that people started going to the local retail bank centers, and they wanted to withdraw their money. And it all started with a WeChat, okay, social media platform in China that people start a rumor that the bank's going belly up. They don't know where the remit came from. And then people lost faith in the banks, and they went out there and wanted to withdraw their money. And the bank closed, guys. The bank closed. They're not giving people their fucking money. I'm not even joking. Just Google it, ladies and gentlemen. Google it. They're not giving people their money. They closed down. So the fourth biggest bank in China has a bank run. In the last 6 months, we had four bank runs just in China. Now we had other parts of the country, other parts of the world that had bank runs too that I brought to you on my YouTube channel. If you don't know about it, get on my YouTube channel, go to blog.myrealestatedojo and check it out. So now we're in the situation where the president of China has came out just a couple of days ago and publicly appraising blockchain, okay? And I wonder why that is, okay? Why is it? Because they know that there's going to be massive bank failures. They know that we're about to get into a worldwide collapse. And I'm sure the government knows that, because unlike many other countries, China and Russia and many other smart countries have been buying gold at a record level, guys, at a record level, okay? So maybe they know that the banking systems are going to fail. Maybe they know that the banks are insolvent, they're dry, they have no money in them, okay? I mean, you got to be not financial advice, okay, but you got to be a moron to believe a banker. You got to be a moron to believe Big Brother. And here's the why. Because fractional reserve lending is just what this is. Fractional. They're going to have fraction of your money. So if you put $100 into a bank, to simplify it, right? $100, the bank is going to spend $90 of your money. They're going to spend $90, and by law, they only have to keep a certain small percentage, a fraction, a small fraction, okay? Usually 1/10 of what you deposit as, security in the bank. What most people don't understand is that whenever anyone deposits money into the bank, it's not their money anymore. That person becomes a unsecured creditor down the line of collections if the bank goes belly up, because there are creditors that are secured, that have assets, right? Where me and you, when we deposit money to a bank, we're unsecured, and we're at the very last of the line to get paid if there's any money to be made, to be not made, but to be distributed after the company goes bankrupt. And think about it. The banks are going bankrupt because they have made so much bad loans. They've been taking so much risky moves to increase profits for themselves, to have massive growth. And that's why they have all-time record high profits, guys. That's why CEOs are making what they're making, top managers making what they're making. And Meanwhile, they're gambling with everyone's money. And this is the fourth bank run in 6 months in China. And this is their fourth largest bank. So woohoo, guys! I don't know, what's crazy, right? And now what's crazy is that a lot of people believe in the banks. They put all their money in the bank. And for me, I'm only going to put as much money into the bank now as I woken, right? Because before I believed in the bank system, I didn't never want to borrow from them, but I believed in the banking system. But I would only put as much money that I'm willing to lose at the bank because I believe the bank's going to lose. This is my opinion, not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing you what I'm doing, guys. Okay, you got to think for yourself. You get your own research. There's no way in hell I'm telling you what to do. This is just what I'm doing. I'm only putting money into the bank that I'm willing to lose. I know the bank's going to go belly up, and we are seeing the side effects of other countries' banks going belly up first because we're the world reserve currency, and we're going to be the last one that's going to get hit. And guess what? If we're the first one that falls, all the other countries that are backed by U.S. petrodollar, they're gonna be in trouble too. But that's not what's happening. What's happening is that all the other countries that are pegged on the U.S. dollar, the petrodollar, the reserve currency, we're seeing them fall off first, okay, and into massive debt collapse, okay, bank runs, and what's crazy is that the you know peasants, the everyday workers. They're so naive that they trust the banks. They put the money into the bank. They don't even understand it's not their money anymore. They don't understand they're unsecured creditors. They don't understand that banks are dry. They don't understand that it's fractional reserve lending, that the bank doesn't have all their money, and the whole thing is based on a belief system, a shammy belief system that if Bobby and Sally and Julie and Jose all think that everything's cool, then everything's cool. But if Bobby and Sally and Julie think everything's bad and they want their money, then everything will become bad. So we're in a debt-based economy. The only reason we're having growth is because of debt. It doesn't matter if you're corporations, if you're a small business, if you're a real estate investor, it does not matter. Everything's debt-based, and I don't know what to say, dude. Uh, that's why I do what I do for you guys, because in my heart of hearts, we're going to have the century's worst collapse, okay? Probably worse than the 1930s, because it's not just in America, there's many countries, and they're all joined at the hip on their currency with the world reserve currency, the petrodollar, US dollar, and woo hoo hoo. And here's the crazy thing, guys, that these kind of environments can easily cause World War III, because as things get worse and worse for governments, for bankers, for people, then Big Brother is gonna, what they want to do is change the people thought and create an enemy. China, Russia, whatever it is, they want to create an enemy for the people to go back the government and go fight and lose their kids, their sons, their daughters, and devastation of the planet. Okay, because they don't want to admit that they fucked up. They don't want to admit that they have a Ponzi scheme. They don't want to admit that they don't have the money in the banks. They don't want to admit this shit, dude. Okay, they want everyone to be a con and con them by a fake belief system that everything's okay. And once the thing pops, then people are gonna not gonna want to believe that shit no more. And what Big Brother may do, which what they've done historically, right, is to create boogeymans. Every country's gonna create their own little boogeyman, and then we're gonna have World War III. I don't want that to happen. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And this time we all have nuclear bombs, guys. I mean, doomsday, right? Doomsday, which is fucking crazy, because from an economic robbery of central bankers robbing the people, now everyone's at on ease, and now they can shift that anger, that panic, that hatred into a boogeyman, a self-created boogeyman that all countries will create to have millions and millions of their own citizens to go and be killed in a war that was created because of the elite siphoning all the riches from the people. And once the people realize, then the way to eliminate that is to pump fear and death. Um, and so the rich can become more rich again. Okay. It's all a cyclical nightmare, guys. And it's happened before. That's why we had World War II. It's happened before in the past. You know, monetary failure has happened before in Rome, has happened before in many different countries through fiat money, fake money, this funny money, okay? So that said, I wish every one of you guys the very, very best. I have much love for you. And I don't want to see anyone get hurt in the tsunami of what's coming, guys. And, but there's great opportunity. There's great opportunity too to be making money, like Bitcoin, not financial advice. For me, Bitcoin, gold, real estate, right? I mean, we're going to see real estate in the crumbles. We're already seeing it, right? Happen, and there's going to be so much inventory. There's going to be lack of money, lack of lending, which is create great opportunities. There's going to be great opportunities in the stock market. There's going to be great opportunities if you want to buy a restaurant, if you want to buy a business, because a lot of businesses are going to go belly up, and probably for 5 or 10 grand, you can buy a business that used to make $1 million a year, which is like $100,000 a month. Okay, you can buy a business that made, $300,000 for 5 grand, because these guys are going belly up. They don't know what to do, and they're ready to get a little something like 5 grand or 10 grand versus just lose everything and walk away. Okay, and it's great opportunity for anyone. Anyone that's a blockchain programmer, anyone that's a smart contract programmer, real estate investors, any investors that's willing to run into the fire and have the risk of getting burnt, because there's definitely risk, right? You can't make rewards without risk. So you're going to have to take, not you, but me, I'm going to have to take major risk, but the upside is major rewards. It's not like I'm taking risks in 2016, 2017 when the real estate is at the top of the market. No, when it's crashing down, I got to take a risk. But it's the best time for me to buy, because there's blood in the streets. There's panic. Everyone's trying to sell their assets. It doesn't matter if it's real estate. It doesn't matter if it's stocks. It doesn't matter what it is. They're going to be selling their assets because they have too leveraged out, and the banks are just going to scoop in and, take all this crap, dude. And I'm going to do what the bank's going to do. I'm going to find motivated sellers and, make a fortune for me and my family as a refugee to America. Not because I want to chase money, but because opportunity is here, right? And the money that I will make, I'm going to use it instead of buying stuff, but to actually feed the homeless. Since I've already been homeless multiple times, I really have a bond with homeless people, with nature, and, use my money for betterment and helping other people, guys. Okay. So the best time of our life, for my life, is in 2019 and moving forward, because we're having one of the craziest collapse happening. Things are going to be on sale 30 cents, 10 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents on a dollar, and without negotiation, without really trying to persuade anyone to give you their equity, in a sense, because the sellers are just motivated. They lost their jobs. They're in debt. They lost their 401s, and so on, guys. Anyways, guys, if you like this message, please share this message. Let other people hear what I'm bringing to you. Click the like button and let me know what state you're from. Let me know if you own any gold. Let me know if you own any Bitcoin. All right. And last and for least, much love to you, and I wish you the very, very best. Have a great day, guys.